Adam and Wack, and we back, and there's a whole lot of beef, a whole lot of smoke. There's even a new album that's going to get discussed today on the program. Where should we start? You just raced back here from Vegas after a little back and forth with big homie CCE out there?
It wasn't even a back and forth. The dude, when we first came in, he ran.
Ran.
The
clip I saw, he looked relatively comfortable.
No, that's when we caught back up with him.
Okay.
That's like an hour and a half later.
Uh-huh.
He ran, right? Soon as we come in, Luke said, hey, homie, come in. He breaks. The homie there, Tiny Manchester, he got a security team. Shout out to, I think it's like Juggernaut or some Juggernauts or something.
So you were how deep and he was how deep?
I mean, we wasn't even, we might have been like 7, 8 of us. Like, we was just going to do the little weed shit for the people. Uh-huh. So we going and do our thing. End up going over there. I forget bro name. Was it Johnny Dang? You know, do all the jury and
Johnny
shit.
Dang, yeah.
Johnny Dang. He asked me to come over there. I went and sat down with him, did his thing. And on our way out, we caught him. So when we caught him, I wanted to test him. I said, yo, bro, what's all this shit you be saying? Mm-hmm. And why, you know, soon as I said that, he opens his phone. That's the clip I put up. Okay. He said, yo, man, you know, I'm online with the cops because I'm helping save.
Go to the Wack Instagram if you want to see this.
I'm helping save, you know, sex trafficking victims, right? Okay. So I'm like this in my point in my life, Adam. My first thought whenever I'm standing in front of somebody where people don't know is to break your shit. So I'm in a mental battle to tell myself not to do it. Okay. So I'm always looking for a reason not to do it. Because it's easy for me to do. Soon as I seen the dude head sweating and all this shit, and I see him saying, yo, man, y'all just too powerful on the internet. We should join forces and all this and all that. And I'm looking at him, I'm telling myself, all right, I know he just served Luce with a restraining order.
He did?
Yeah. He admits to it, right?
I didn't know about that.
It's probably like a week or 2 weeks ago. I'm in front of him, and I seen fidgety and he nervous, right? So I'm telling myself, hey, look, bro, some of the crazy shit you say, it ain't cool. He like, Wack, all right, cool, great, right? At that point, I said, all right, I need you to go back to our booth and take pictures with our people. I want to see where he at.
So in your mind, it's like, I'm not going to swing on him, but I'm going to make a weird demand that he do something that he might not normally be inclined to do.
Shouldn't have did it.
To just demonstrate that you have control over him?
Exactly. We got paid to do it. He know that, right? So I'm like, come on, right? I got the owner. We called him. He like, no, y'all made that dude cut up our booth, take pictures, sit down, do all kind of shit. I want to see where he at. So once he did that, to me, it was kind of like a gesture. He gonna stop the weird shit, right? Okay. So at that point, we're walking out. I'm not paying. That's what he has. He has me on my phone because I get a call from my business manager, and we're walking out. But I'm not paying attention. He ain't saying nothing. He just got his phone. At this point, you're harmless. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here, and I'm starting. Well, I know, I understand in this world, the personality that a person shows on social media, I can't deal with them like we dealt with our enemies growing up in the street. Our enemies growing up in the street was just as vicious as we were.
You see each other, it's on sight, no matter what.
Yeah, it's not, you see, oh man, I ain't mean nothing by it. He opens his phone, the audio's there. He's like, look, I deal with the police, when I'm looking at him the whole time. You do not let Wack at 5'8", 240, you don't let me get in firing range. I'm telling the world that. Don't let me get in firing range. I don't box. Right? Because at that time, if you're anybody of height, you're at a disadvantage.
Because he's up here.
Yeah, but it don't matter.
He's like 6'6" or something.
When you see me standing in front of him, your chin is in firing range. I don't give a fuck about how many weights you lift, how tall you are. 3-4 pounds of pressure.
Like punch out.
To that chin. Your ass going to bed. And over my years of fighting, it is proven. I have what it takes to put your ass to bed, right? So at this point, once I didn't post it on you, you either got 2 options. Stand there and have a conversation or get off. Because if you try to bag up, I'm going to rush you. Because bagging up, you stepping out of my strike zone, right? But I'm reading his demeanor. He's actually a nice dude. Like, he's like a Flacco.
Wow, I don't know about that.
Bro, I'm telling you.
How is he like a Flacco? He talks on the internet, but he's...
Anytime a man won't make eye contact with you, right? See, a big body is because of genetics of your parents.
That is a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not like things you do growing up gives you a big body, right? It's the genetics of your parents.
You're stuck with your height.
And I'm going to tell you, the disadvantage of a grown dude with a big body, 9 times out of 10, they didn't have to fight that much. You get what I'm saying? So when I'm like, like when you meet Flacco, you can tell Flacco means no harm. He's a character.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You see him on the stage talking his shit. He's talking his shit. That's his edit. But when you actually meet Flacco and you go to have the conversation, everything about Flacco's telling you what? Come on, bro. He's not.
He's not a threat.
He's not a threat. And that's what I mean. Like, he wasn't a threat. I mean, you know, Adam, mother feel you a threat. I mean, but the audio's there. You can look at the audio.
What was Luce's disposition during all this?
Luce, I made stand behind me.
Because you are capable of tripping, but Luce's default setting is to trip on whoever.
So what I did, I had Luce in a position to where if I seen him move through my parenthetial, I could have stepped in. You know what I'm saying? Because he's spontaneous, right? And I'm knowing he didn't serve Luce with the restraining shit. So we contracted to be here, so I'm like, Luce, don't even...
And what was this event?
It was whatever that shit is in Vegas, Champs.
Oh, okay.
Champs. So we went to the Pixie.
But it was like a convention, right?
Yeah, convention. A whole bunch of marijuana. Mike Tyson's ring down there. Ray J was down there promoting his Magnum shit. The Pixie shit. That's some shit that we probably should do because everybody asking for you.
Oh.
I'm down there. It was a bunch of people. Johnny Dane came and found me.
Oh.
So I told bro he need to come in and do something with us. He with it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So
shout out Johnny
but like
Dane.
at the end of the day, what I don't like is like when I seen you, when we first seen him, he ran. Luce seen him first. Hey, homie, come here. Like he got on. And I'm glad he got on. Right? Because if they would have been able to catch up with him, it might would have went somewhere. We was able to go to our area, hour and a half, 2 hours, go do some interviews, laugh, joke, BS, you know what I'm saying? And then run back into him to where I was able to, yo, homie, what's happening? Nah, Wack, man, I want to do some work. Look, I work with the police, man. I'm helping the people, you know, the boo. And when I see that, his head is sweating. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm really not a bully type dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of dude. My come up is not to be. I fought the bullies.
So did you see the clip? I don't think it was Big Homie CCE who posted it. I think it was his brother, Dugar. But he posted like a selfie-style video.
Pull up my page, and you can see the video and audio.
Right, I saw that, but I also
That's after we're walking out. That's look, I done made you take pictures. I done got at you like, homie, what's happening with this funny shit? You didn't. I work with the police. Whoopty whoop. Okay, you know what, Wack? You know what you right. Y'all just too powerful on the internet. This, that. I don't want. Okay, cool. I'll let you go. But it's, you know, and I was telling my girl, I was telling R&B, I'm like, it's dangerous because coming up when we came up, Lil John, our op knew what it was, like we knew what it was, right? Okay, you got that in, you whatever, we just know. Now, a motherfucker be talking crazy, you see him, boom, they calling the police.
So peep this. This is a video that was posted on, I believe, his brother's Instagram.
Yeah, I'm talking to Travis right there.
Why is there no audio? What's going on? 1 second.
Always harassing me. Always fucking this out here with these niggas always harassing me. Always fucking this out here with these niggas.
So it's like a 3-second clip. His words are, I'm out here with these N-words always harassing me. You're looking down at your phone.
Yep.
Luce looks into the camera, throws up his set. To be fair, Big Homie CC does have a smile on his face.
This is after we already done got to understand it. Now go to my page.
Okay, yeah, we can watch yours too.
Right? We didn't got to understand it. I'm more prone these days to give a motherfucker out, bro. You want out, I'm gonna give you that out because I already know what come with it if I don't.
If you swing on him, then
he gonna call the police.
He
going to bed. You in my strike range right there. There it go. Slide it. No, the left one. The left one.
To the reels.
No. I don't know. It might be on reels. You know the shit better than me.
Or is it?
If you done went to that post and just slid it, I don't know if you can slide.
Oh, it's like that. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
that was on
it.
the-
Yeah.
Go to the third one. Look.
Let's give him age.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. You hear me? Law enforcement.
Quote unquote. I have to let law enforcement
Yeah,
know.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, like, so I'm like, okay, look at him. Now, anybody that know Wack, LJ, you know when I square off in front of you, my mind is plotting.
So his brother commented, "I thought y'all was gonna beat us when you seen us. LOL. You all teeth." And
I
then he
don't know
said,
where his brother was at. His brother must have left him for dead because he should have been standing with him.
"Bro, stop lying. I got the footage on my page. You was on your best behavior."
like,
Damn. So you're saying that this is a situation in
we
which
first walked
you
in-
had the conversation, whatever was said, what transpired in the conversation, now we have two different Instagram videos that are both painting different narratives.
when I get at him, I say, homie, what's happening with all this weird shit you be saying?
Uh-huh.
He immediately says, Wack, man, I'm into finding the sex trafficking ladies. I work with the police.
Uh-huh.
Right? That's what he's saying, right? So I'm looking at him. His head is perspiring, and I'm telling myself I'm not getting the energy like he want the problem. Now, whoever his brother was, I didn't see him. So if you was 10 feet away, you on some busted shit anyway. Because ain't no way none of my homeboys see his 3-4 cats in front of me and ain't taking a position either behind them or on the side of me.
Right.
So whoever he was, right? So I just made the decision that, like, I let him make it because I seen it in his eyes. Like, I seen it. There wasn't no venom there. It was all Wack. It ain't nothing like that. If you keep listening to it, you're like, you guys are just powerful on the internet.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I said, well, bro, I don't even know you. This is my first time ever laying eyes on you. But you know you've been lying on these artists, so I exposed you. I brought the security people up, but these artists, nobody knows you.
So is this primarily about him saying that shit about Busta Rhymes, or what was his
That's
primary
how it started,
offense?
right?
Okay.
Because they kept telling me, Big Homie CCE, security, and I'm telling myself, I've been in this game so long, like I know the key names, security. So when you mention Busta, that's special. Off the rip.
Right.
That's my right in. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I don't know no bigger. I call special. You're like, I don't know who that is, Wack. So then I call my man, R&B, our guy in Miami, PK. Now, PK, right? He's out of Miami Gardens. Haitian, the dude I called, and he said, no, we eat dogs, that dude.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So he has worked with every security team, and more than likely, if an artist got a security team, he subcontracted them out. He said, Wack, we've been looking to catch this dude. Where he come from?
Why are they trying to get him?
Because they hear him telling all these fake stories.
Okay.
Right? So now I get him on the 100 show on the YouTube channel. I bring him up. They like, bro, who are you? Who you work with? He screams, well, I am. See, one thing about Wack, you can't just say some name, because I'll call him. I'll call Will. Will said, first of all, Wack, you know, if I do have security, they're Mexican. You know, Will I Am is a black dude that the Mexicans in East LA will murder your ass behind. He's from East LA for real. We respect that. He said, second of all, R&B, you know this to be true. Last time we saw Will I Am at the airport, who was with him? Nobody.
Really?
Will runs around worse than you. Nobody, right? He said, Wack, you know, I don't do that. So I said, yo, Will I Am don't even know you. So what he was doing is he was taking artists. When's the last time you saw Busta Rhymes on social media doing some shit if it ain't him releasing an album or something like that?
No, didn't he get arrested for beating somebody up recently?
But that's them posting on him.
Right.
He doesn't be on there. So what he strategically targeted certain artists that he know they don't be on social media, and he's telling these stories. They're not gonna dispute them because that's not what they do.
Right.
I know these people, right? So I address him. We expose he's lying. So now everybody like, oh, you lying. Now people saying something. So, you know, him and Luce pulled up on him. That's why he put the restraining order on him. He dropped the pen. Luce went over there to his spot. He called the police, right? So this is the first time we run into him, but I see already He's just a guy that's really trying to play social media, and he's gonna be a guy that's gonna put himself in a situation to where it's gonna bite him. Because see, yesterday we was all up under the lights. You can see everybody.
Right.
It's gonna come a time to where it's gonna be some darkness, and you're gonna be playing with the wrong person, and for no reason, and it's not worth it because you think it's some clout. Somebody gonna bite you, and you're not gonna be able to tell.
So
Everybody not playing.
how is this situation going to change when I can already see how this is going to go? Right now, there are different people on the line trying to get an interview with him in which he's going to tell a very different version of the story.
It's right there.
Is that going to change how you approach this going forward? Because you see in that
No, if I see him again,
they had the 3-second clip.
this is the thing. Now
Okay.
I know this. He's going to. He said it in the thing. In that clip, they was telling me earlier, yo, Wack, Wack gonna be here today. Right? And you're like, man, I'm not tripping. It's all love, right? So I've learned that when I first see a person, approach them and try to have a conversation, because in this social media game, there's a small percentage of those that's really on that. Right? And if he was really on that, when we walked in, he wouldn't have ran. Or if he did run, he was going to get his people, and then he would have doubled back to what we were standing for. And we good with that. Whatever comes with it, we willing to accept that. We not tripping. But with him, he know now we can't have a conversation.
Okay.
You know, I would really challenge you, big homie CC, as I'm saying right now, if there, in the event there's an altercation with big homie CC with me, anything done to me by big homie CC, I'm going to waive it off as a mutual combat. It won't be no lawsuits. It won't be no police calling. I really would like him to go on social media and say the same. So when we see each other and the thump happen, you not running over there to law. We establishing that it's a mutual combat. No lawsuits, no none of that. Dude like 6'5". On Paru, I put him to bed. He knockout bait. On some real shit. Like I could see the bitch in him. Like, and I really don't want to do it, but it seems like you keep playing. And unfortunately, I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? My woman to tell you how many times I let people make it, because I feel like what you put in the universe gonna come back. And that's one thing I learned not to do from Suge by watching him doing it. Abusing your influence and your authority. I get calls all the time. We looking at such and such. It's an issue, but it ain't that serious. I'm like, let him be. I deal with it when I deal with it. Because I feel like everything ain't to be dealt with like that. And my people, I love my people to where I don't want to have them in situations to where they get caught up doing something like that.
Right.
It wasn't plotted, it wasn't planned, so it might not be executed right. Maybe an off-duty cop did a camera. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Like a squabble is the closest thing to death.
Right.
Could hit you a certain way. You could fall. You might not come back. So, you know, at this point in time, you know, I'm letting you know, anything happen, win, lose, or draw, ain't won't be no lawsuits, no police calling, none of that. I come out with a pumpkin head, that is a mutual combat with me and you. Can you please, CC, on somebody's something, get the same verbal thing, so when we bump into each other, it ain't no hollering, it ain't no smiling, it ain't none of that. Because I gave you that, and then you kind of abused it.
Right. By trying to paint this alternate narrative. Okay.
Like, I could have, like, Adam, you know how I go. We could have.
He was DMing me basically like claiming to have taken the W in the situation as well. And it was from his brother's page, but I almost feel like his Instagram might be down right now because everything seems like it's being posted on his brother's page.
You've been around me and my team a long time.
Yeah.
If we own that, ain't no talking.
If he was acting tough in that situation, I believe that you guys probably would have.
We'd have mopped him all through there.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Straight up. It ain't no.
Especially Luce. Luce is a.
Not only that, I'm going to tell you what comes with it, right? When we go on events like this, we running the homies. Donut and them over there. Tiny Manchester and them over there. The homie Creep from 6-0 who with, you know, with Luke over there. Like, we run into at least about 15, 20 more people. The white dude, he like, we in here.
What white dude?
From Dallas. Gently.
You saw him at this thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
gently.
shit. Wow.
I'm pretty sure he put the photos up.
Sounds like
I
fun.
stayed in the building 3 hours.
Okay.
I went and did 2-3 more podcasts so I could promote No Jumper, promote us, promote my woman, and look out and like do things for people so when we need them to do shit for us, right? So that's what I'm thinking. We stayed, we had an obligation to be there an hour. We stayed in our booth an hour and a half. We went with everybody else's booth. We probably spent about 3 hours in there, right? But when you in there, you know, they like, we here, we over there. Like, so now we didn't came in 8, 9 deep, but it's now it's a mob. Because once they see us moving, everything is gonna move.
Right.
That's just how that works. So, but, and see, I'm conscientious of that, Adam.
I don't like that they're posting pictures of R&B, dragging her into it.
She wasn't even there. But
Yeah,
see,
that's not
this
cool.
is where dude crosses the line. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because when I go over there and he see me take a picture with his mama,
Oh.
kissing her on her cheek, right? Because your politics ain't right. You know, one thing about the exposers, when you do things and people that don't like you, they send us everything. I don't even ask for it. So when he look up and I take a picture and I post it saying, Big Homie CCE has a very gracious mother and I'm kissing her on her cheek, or opening her door for her, don't get mad because you brought that into it.
Well, you know, a lot of moms need some love out there, so.
Or a swift kick in the ass, you never know.
Oh, don't kick his mom's
I
out.
mean, 500, boy, shit get to getting different.
Okay, my issue with Big Homie CC, which we're still cool or whatever, but basically, like, when I was going to the porn awards, at first we were planning on being there for
Holy shit he did with you.
4 days or whatever in a row. So, you know, whenever I go to Vegas to this porn awards thing, I have security, but I was thinking to myself, it would be hilarious if I showed up with Big Homie CC and his brother as my security just because they're viral right now and everything like that. So I hit him with this plan. I tell him about this idea, and he's on board. We start talking about numbers, et cetera, but then along the way, the Plug Talk team, we decide that we're only going to go for 1 day instead of 4 days. And at that point, it ends up that I just use regular security. And so at some point, King Yella basically starts reiterating everything that I said to Big Homie CC, because at one point I said, yo, it's going to be funny as because the only person in Vegas that I could think of that would want to do anything to me is King Yella. And I said, I'm going to show his ass. I'm going to call security and get him banned from the event preemptively so he
But
can't
you
even
never
show
did
up.
that.
But I never did it. But King Yella was
Yella
going around
recited it.
telling people that
He
I
said
did
it
it.
to me.
Yeah.
So that means Big Homie CC backdooring you, telling King Yella what it. And then he also told you,
The GDs.
he told Adam, the security people at the hotel
yeah. Which is
said they're gonna do something to you because of me and Luce. Like,
Exactly,
bro, what the
which-
fuck are you talking about?
that was
bro?
another one where I'm like, okay, this sounds like it was made up out of
What are
thin
you
air.
talking about? The security at the hotel.
Yeah.
Man, I don't play the strip. I don't gamble. We go to the strip because we just want to go to the strip, get a room, chill out, and whatever. Like, right? Or we going to an event. But I mean, but I promise you, like, dude, I hate to say it, dude is gonna let this bite him for no reason. Because I really talked to you as a man for the first time you see in your life, and you bowed it down, and you like, bro, you work with the police to get to stop the human trafficking of ladies and Wack. I work with the police, so I don't want no problems, and I'm looking at you, your head is sweating, you wondering, you moving, you fidgeting, and so I like, you know what, let him make it. Like, I'm not really like one of those. I come from that era. We used to do that, smash him anyway. But for what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For what? You know what I mean? So it's like, I just let him make it.
Okay, hopefully that situation doesn't get too crazy. But I do have another situation involving Luce Cannon that I just observed on YouTube. So basically, G-Face from Troubles, the real G-Face, he was doing an interview on a live stream thing with somebody else, and that person says, you want me to get Luce Cannon on this call? He taps Luce Cannon into the call. Luce Cannon basically starts telling G-Face, who, from everything I can tell, is taken pretty seriously in the streets. People definitely regard him as having a reputation and whatnot. Luce starts telling him right away, we got to get down. Now, apparently the issue is that when G-Face did the podcast with Brick Baby and Spider-Loc, in which Spider-Loc basically was on the verge of having a heart attack and passing out in his chair, that Spider-Loc goes to dap up G-Face, and G-Face does some kind of handshake, I think he called it end fingers, that was considered disrespectful to the Roland card. I'm not sure
He
exactly.
did that to Spider?
Something along these lines.
Spider's a neighborhood.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't.
But
so,
G-Face gave him a handshake that Luce regards as disrespectful.
Well, I've met G-Face. Well, I've never met him in person, but I talked to him the first time on Luce's phone. So I know they familiar with.
Well, they got to get down. That's the new development. They got to get down.
That's like Brick Baby's people, right?
They are good
Somewhere
friends.
in it,
Yes,
right?
yeah. They're cousins, actually, I believe.
I believe that's where the content came from of dude over there with T-Rail getting his colors took.
The vest.
The best.
Smack got his vest.
That's where
took.
it come from. Remember I was trolling you with it?
Oh, that was related to that?
That's where it came from. That's the first time I talked to him. Yeah, that's his homie. They from the same neighborhood.
Right.
Right? So I don't know if Luce seen that. He gonna take it like that. You know, I'm really like, listen. When it comes to Luce Cannon, I'm in a catch-22.
Why is that?
Because I know the things he do, what it could lead to.
Mm-hmm.
But I've grown to embrace him like a brother.
You can say love.
No, I embrace him. I love him too.
Okay.
I ain't gonna let nothing happen to him.
Okay.
So,
but he's a little bit more extra'd out than you at this point in your life.
It's not about extra'd out. That's really who he is.
Right.
An extra'd out individual, I'm not gonna with you because you pretending.
Well, he's down to fight a lot of people.
No,
more than most people.
No, Luce down. He gonna jump.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm trying to show him. I believe when certain things is put in my path is for me to do something about it.
Uh-huh.
So it's a thin line because he's extremely smart when it comes to his business. He's just still reckless on the other side.
Right.
So it's a daily thing. R&B will tell you, daily thing to where I'm in his ear trying to get him to let's see things a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Let's see it a little different.
Uh-huh.
Because I know his potential. He ain't one of these dudes that's just like a dummy and he just gang bang out and he don't have no sight or no vision of life. He has that, but he's still a firecracker. So I'm trying to get him to settle into, you know, his obligation and responsibility first and foremost as a father, as a parent, as a husband, as a provider.
Right.
Because if I can get him to think that first, it'll calm him down.
Yeah.
Luce running outside. You could put $1 billion of gold right here, Luce. It's our gift to you.
There's
right?
a squabble outside. He's going to the squabble.
But if they say this dude G-Face outside,
yeah.
he running outside.
Yeah.
Right? So, it's a, you know, I'm trying to get him to, and really, I'm going to be real, it's going to take him to learn how to ignore certain things.
Yeah.
Because people are doing things to get his attention because they know he'll respond. Because once he responds, then the people that follow him will follow them.
Uh-huh.
So I think he's starting to catch on to that.
Yeah.
Like you can't respond to everybody.
Yeah.
Even if you want to, respond to them when you catch up with them.
Right.
You can't do it. They want you. Like these dudes these days will accept the ass whooping to get the clout.
Makes sense.
Straight
That's going to be a tough transition for Luce. I'm sure it was difficult for him to even be in this heated conversation with Big Homie CCE without doing anything.
No, what it is, I kind of limited him to the conversation.
Uh-huh.
Because his whole thing, now if he'd have called him because I didn't see him when we first walked in, Luce did. Right? If he'd have called him then, Luce had the upper hand because he would have reacted.
Right.
And then by the time he reacted, it's moving. So now once it's moving, it's just what it is. But the second go around, I was able to get an eye on him first.
Right.
And I'm able to let me holler at him. Cause I mean, I don't, you know, my man Coffee from Chicago, cats that know him, they're like, Wack, he's nothing like that. And I get that he's caught up, take a nobody who got on by telling fake stories at Cam Capone, and now everybody wants to talk to you. Like Adam, to us, it's no big deal. We don't give a shit about talking to nobody. Right? We can talk to whoever we want to. We can go on our own phone and people are going to show up. You take a nobody who's been walking down the street all his life. He couldn't make the baseball team, basketball team. He was too slow, too much of a loser to be a lineman, right? And now all of a sudden you came up with this plan to where you could tell these stories about these people and people believe you, and now people want to talk to you. Now they want to pay you to talk to you, and you getting paid just to sit up there and lie, right? At that point in time, the clout has you. It's like crack. You take that first hit, you chasing the high. It has him, but it's threatening because now you might be dealing with somebody to where they gonna deal with it a little more serious. There's some people in this world that's serious. People in this world I got issues with that's serious. And we understand it's serious. I just don't care.
Right.
And I'm ready and willing to deal with whatever comes with that. So, you know.
No, 100%. I also just want to say free 4 extras because he went and got his ass locked up again.
Nephew ain't gonna like this. I don't respect it.
Don't respect what?
Nothing he's in right now.
Why you say that? As far as I know, people saw pictures of him in cuffs.
Listen.
He said he was just at the corner store hanging out with Dodie Six and that the cops came by and were talking about violating him. I don't know if that's actually what got him locked up a few days later.
I'm going to say it because I got genuine love for him. See, you got people that got genuine love for you, then you got your homeboys who just letting you do what you want to do, and they not going to tell you what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? When he first came home, right? Had a conversation with him. I said, yo, what's your terms and condition on your parole or probation? I got an ankle monitor on. I got to give him 4 months. I ain't supposed to be in gang areas. I ain't supposed to be in the hood. Okay, stay out the hood. Get off the ankle monitor. Right? With this thing that Adam's going to do for you, that we're all Adam
invested in.
Right? I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, bring him in. I think you like Wack. I really love, Bill with him. And look, he created a lane. He did some Draco shit. Right? Draco created a sound, and you always champion that. He created a lane talking about fighting in jail. And now we look up, we got 3-4 other dudes now trying to fall in that lane. That's a 4 extras created lane. This
is true. Nobody cared about jail squabbles that much prior to this.
Right?
Yeah.
But now, not only did he create a lane, he got a job, a 6-figure paying job. Okay? What else does it take, nephew, for you to remove yourself from that that's going to erase your opportunity? Right? Every 90 days. It's a Lupe jail call.
Yeah.
No, nephew. When I saw you, I embraced you. I went in my pocket for you. It told you, stay on the street, stay away from that. Now, when I see you, I ain't gonna say a word to you until your ass off paper. Because you, right, took your opportunity for granted. Ain't no telling where this would have took him. It's like he got a song that's moving.
Because if it's just the parole violations and he gets thrown in for another month or whatever, but it's like, what if this turns into a longer sentence?
Because see now, listen, okay, you going for a parole violation, probation violation, right?
Right.
Now you go in there and you stab him. Now you get booked for something else, or a motherfucker stab you.
That is so crazy to think he's in the county jail right now, dealing with all the shit that he's basically made a name talking about. That is wild.
Right. No, but we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
Because now it's a different situation for him now, right? So now, I told him, I say, nephew, stay out of the hood. Take your girl, get your laptop, do your live shit, come down here, work in the building, build your brand, get these people they 4 months to get off of that ankle monitor. Get off of that, because when you're on an ankle monitor, the next step is back in jail. See, when you get that monitor off, then the next step could be back to an ankle monitor, right? Get further away from being, incarcerated.
Right.
And what I don't like that he did is he didn't acknowledge his opportunity. He told me, Unc, I love the hood, I gotta go. Nephew, Vernon Avenue don't love you. Your homies love you. But the police know where Vernon Avenue is at. The environment we come from, when you went over there, you made it worse. What you did was a gift and a curse. You went over there and supported. You did what most people wouldn't do. But the fact that Adam 22 was in the 40s with 4 extras shooting a video, and then he gives him a job, a salary, and then he puts the video up on the YouTube channel. that took his hate rate from his ops, his internal homies up 400%. You did nothing wrong. You damn if you damn if you don't. If you don't do it, you ain't supporting. If you do it, right? Oh, it's because of Adam, right? No. So at some point, 4Xers, you do that. You got to know when to hit and get out the way. Right.
Okay, because like he called me after the cops put him in cuffs that one day, and he's talking to me, and it's all making sense, but he's at like I understand that it bothers him that the cops can just pull up and put him in cuffs and they maybe violate him.
Get out of that. Get out of that.
Just by hanging out in the parking lot, hanging out with a couple of his friends. This to him is so unfair, but at the end of the day, the cops have your balls on a vice grip. You got to do whatever the they tell you to do, or you're gonna keep getting locked up. It's like you got to play the game at least for a while.
This is where I'm disappointed. You keep making it easy for them. You got opportunity that people would die for, and you won't say, you know what? Let me shut this down so I can get further away from this. Get off this ankle monitor. Get off this paper. Continue to build my brand and continue to grow.
Yeah,
he won't do it because off the back, I got to go to the hood. Now, when he go to the hood, everybody in the hood is saying, dumbass nigga, if I was me, nigga, I would have been nowhere over there.
it seems
This
very
is what they saying.
very foreign to him to stay ducked off.
He has to.
He's never done it in his whole life.
He never had a salary in his whole life.
That's yeah.
He never had access. You're an up-and-coming rapper. You got access to one of the largest platforms. Not only do you have that, you got access to two individuals that can say, Bootleg Kev interviewing. Hey, y'all interviewing. Yo, Vlad, I know he may not, but let's slide him in there to help. But now, you in there hollering on me 2,700 off the back. Nephew, we don't want to hear it. We ain't celebrating when your ass get out. You need to get out. I hope you have the safest, worstest experience right now in LA County Jail, because maybe that'll keep your ass from wanting to go back. I say this out of love and respect. Now, guess what? Here comes the curse side. Because he has created this frenzy that he wasn't trying to create, everybody in they mama gonna want to fight.
Yeah.
He gonna have the most squabbles, whether he wanted or not right now. We saw Alshon Martin come out. He want to fight. The Devil Lane dude, he talking about what he talking about. The Inglewoods, they talking what they talking about. Everybody now coming out saying this, that, and the other. So now that he's in there, everybody's going to want a shot at the title.
So you mentioned B. Brazy. He and I, you tell me if I'm moving right. So I had an interview scheduled with B. Brazy.
He told me y'all been communicating.
From jail. And we were going to do it. And then I had a conversation with 4Xers, and he really was not feeling the optics of a guy who's essentially risen to prominence on the internet by talking about 4Xers, getting an interview right after. Now, traditionally,
that's some punk shit you do, though.
Okay, so like I told...
You know you favor the Crips. Because when it come to Wack, you don't give
Okay, so you're taking the same stance that Brick Baby took, because I told Brick Baby when he first started working here, listen, I fuck with you, I got love for you, but ultimately we're making content. I can't say no to interviewing somebody just because they got problems with you.
Depending on what it is.
But I did feel like this was a slightly different situation, because this is a guy that probably we wouldn't really be talking about if it wasn't for the conflict with 4Xers. But in addition to that, it's just the fact that I know 4Xers is not necessarily advanced enough in his understanding of this content world. He's not in the same position as you or Brick. Brick is down to sit down with people that are from opposing neighborhoods.
Listen, I got to say this.
4Xers not there.
I got to say this because I'm obligated to say this. You get a Crips a voice up here. It's only one Damo in this building. And that's me. And we talk about everything in the world.
We do content with Munchie all the time.
Everything? Not all the time. No, you don't. Once every 6 months, Munchie might be up here.
I'm getting him up
right?
next week.
So my thing about it is this, right? You got to get a homies a voice. If B Braves want to call in and do an interview, you got to give the same homies a voice that you give on when you bring other cats up here who got a voice against them. It's just real talk.
Well, now it's real bad because he's locked. 4Xers locked up.
I'm in
so now I really can't do it.
What you mean you can't do it?
Well, unless 4X's agreed to it, but I don't want
What do you mean?
I don't want it to look like
Hold
4X's got locked up. So
on,
now
but
I'm
see,
actually
hold
doing
on.
the interview that I
Hey,
previously
you
said
done
I
had-
wasn't going to do.
You didn't have people come up here to totally slander my name, right?
But you get it. You're in the content
Nah,
game. You
fuck all
understand
that.
it more than 4X
No,
just
but
gets
that's
it at this
cool, though.
point.
You can't silence the homies, right? When they want to respond, I'm going to speak for the Damu card. If a Damu want to respond, I don't give a f about what Crip got to say nothing up here, right? Let him respond. Now, I'm not saying let him call in and diss 4X's hood and talk about 4X's kids and mama. I'm not going to stand for that, right? But if you're going to have the conversation, homie, get a homies, because it ain't now building bigger than Wack 100. No other dude in this building outside of yourself, right, has the reach that I have. So if I got to take the scrutiny of my alleged ops, some of them I don't know, calling in, coming in, sitting in this seat and doing interviews and speaking against my name, that's content is going on the thing is what it is, then guess what? Guess what? All these other dudes in here,
They got to deal with it too.
Brick Baby got to deal with it when Luce come in. 4X's don't got more seniority than Brick Baby. It's just real shit.
And Brick Baby was calling it Crip favoritism.
No, that's what it is, right? You can't, because I haven't told you, hey, this, that. You got all and it's what it is. People be like, why Adam? Look, man, Adam is running his business, right? He running his business. That's cool. I know Adam, certain things Adam's not going to do. He's not going to allow a motherfucker come up here, disrespect my family shit. He going to let motherfucker run his content. But, bro, you cannot. The people want to hear it, right? And now it's like, well, 4X's, why you trying to silence him?
Because from my perspective, it's like, this is the WWE. And you are not Hulk Hogan without a new dude every week or every couple weeks who wants to take on Hulk Hogan.
This is what I'm getting. And I ran the content. I'm the first one defending 4X's when the shit came out. Think about what I'm telling you. Now, Baby B Braze is damn near raised by Lil Mont from Devil Lane. That's my brother, Antonio Moses. We 12 years old. We in Camp Miller with 5 Bloods and 80 Crips. You know, when it was bad, right? But when the Baby B Braze content came out, I went on the thing, you watched me, and defended 4X's. I said, listen, I never hear 4X's drop names. I never hear him say he whooped everybody ass.
Right.
I hear him say he squabble all his enemies.
But to be fair, B Braze didn't say that he knocked 4X's out.
Okay.
That got manipulated at some
If you
point.
go to my YouTube channel, I covered all that. B Braze said he banged his hood. He told him, let's go get down. He went to go get down. When they was fighting, 4X started jumping up and down saying, yeah, I like, that's some third shit.
I like you.
That's
I
our
like
third
you.
fight, right? I like, right?
I'm going to start saying that during podcasts.
Yeah, everything he said, and I pointed these things out, right? he didn't say either one of them knocked each other out, right? But when everybody that calls me, Rico, he a Crip from Hawthorne Thug family. That's the one who been on J. Reed bumper. A lot of Crips that was there said, Wack, Baby B Braze got him. But so what? 4X's got down. He ain't run, he ain't ball up.
Right.
He ain't taking shit. And that was my thing is always hear 4X's say he squabbles up. Now, since then, it's been a bunch of people calling in with all kind of accusations, saying things, right, that I'm not going to say because I haven't had the conversation with 4X's. 4X's ain't on the street to defend a lot of these things people were saying that allegedly happened, right? And, nephew still, he's still nephew. But what I'm saying is he can't stop the homies from calling in and having a voice against, it's two sides to the story. If a Damu want to call in here and say, homie, I'm the one this happened with, then you can't say, because it really looked bad on 4X's to try to silence him. You know what I'm saying?
Because from my perspective, I understand why he wants to, encourage that interview not happening because of the optics. But at the same time, the thing about B. Braze, the optics of me hiring him, promoting him, building him up, and then bringing on somebody who realistically has negative things to say about
Well, you do it to me.
Yeah, but it seems a little
I'm
different.
already where I'm at, but
Okay, you ready?
I don't trip it.
This is what you would be super opposed to. I go pluck some random guy who doesn't like you out of Pacoima and give him an interview.
No, I
Because
wouldn't be.
he's a random.
You know
he
why I
doesn't
wouldn't
have.
be?
He hasn't earned the right to sit on this platform.
know why I
the
wouldn't
Beat
be?
Raise thing I think is different because realistically, when have you ever seen somebody build a platform on YouTube this significant from just yapping into their phone from jail? That's
Well,
pretty
here goes the
unique to me.
thing. I talked to Jay Hood. I called him Lil Robbie.
He's the other one.
I don't even like calling him Jay Hood because he's a little bastard that ran for me and his daddy at Birmingham High School. Jumped the fucking fence on
Jay Hood did.
Yes, I know him.
Wait, what? When was this?
We talking about
He was in high school?
Yeah, he was going to Birmingham High. His daddy, his mother, rest in peace.
Why are you pulling up to the high school for a fight?
No, he was going to the high. We made him move from Carson to Woodland Hills to stay with his father.
Why?
That's Stutterbox's son.
Oh, okay.
The thing with my situation.
Okay.
So he like, Wack, my son, he wild. Where should I send him? I'm like, send him to Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we check in. I think he might have had a fight or something. So when we go back, take him back up there, he tell us he ain't going back up to the school. So now I'm calling the homies. I'm like, I'm trying to see maybe it's the homies up there deep or what's going on. So when we get him back up to the school, this when I realized I was getting older. Little motherfucker hit the fence on us, was out of there. I couldn't catch him. Me and Box is in a Phantom Rolls Royce trying to find him. We speeding up and down Victory or whatever the street is in a Phantom Rolls Royce on 24s, the one I brought to the hood to shoot the Hood Still In Me video with Stacey Adams, right? And Big Y, right? You gonna pull up the Hood Still In Me, that's Box Rolls Royce. That's his car, right? That was his car. The white one, right? So I know Lil Robbie, right? Before the J Hood shit. So when me and his daddy be getting at it, he'll call me and he be like, what? I got my pops on the line. I don't want to be in the middle of y'all shit, but could you stop?
How long is Jay Hood doing?
13. He doing 14 out of 14.
Because
he maxed out.
B Bray's doing double life,
I think
right?
he L-WOP'd out.
That's crazy.
He
What's
got
that
an
mean?
L-WOP, life without parole.
Okay, yeah.
Right? But he's a real character. I'm not a real character. He's a real individual from where he's from.
Right.
You know, when Lil Mont called me and say, Wack, this one of mine, he literally stayed with me on the street. Like Third. I don't deal with Third as my homie from my neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know Third whole family. I don't, when I gotta talk to Third, he know, don't talk no gang shit to me because I'm gonna talk to you like I'm talking to you in front of your mama or your uncle, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Third's uncles didn't gang bang. Then he got another side that was the drug kingpins of my whole neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But when his uncle got shot up by the essays, it was Wack went over there and laid everything down. He wasn't even from my neighborhood, but that's what it is. So he's probably him and Cuban Rob and Lil John the only men that could get my car.
So, okay, I was talking to them, and they said Wack's always in the hood. Meaning you could pull up, go get a burger.
Whenever I want to.
You'll see Wack randomly getting a burger by himself.
They get mad because I go over there by myself. By the time they realize, they like, Wack was at Keys, he come through the park, he was, when I feel like going over there, look, respectfully, this is real shit. And I don't like to say this because I come from it. But the life I'm living, the goals and things that I'm chasing, nothing about any of my landscape has a park. You get what I'm saying? I have my own park in my backyard.
Right.
Literally. It's on the internet. I got a park in my backyard.
Mini golf.
Mini golf, pool, kiddie pool, jacuzzi, in-ground trampoline, gazebos, 2,600 square foot weight room, game room, lounge room, speakers all through the backyard. I got a goddamn 1,900 square foot in-ground fire pit with a ring. I got a whole park in my backyard, right? But what I'm saying is, respectfully, I understand what comes with the ghetto, because I'm from the ghetto. When you are a hood celebrity, not even a regular celebrity, right? The police know what that is. They know what come with that. You got homies at least, and I'm gonna use a small number, 35 to 40% of every neighborhood is working with the police, right?
Wow, that's a stat right there.
Some of them are rats, and they know if you one of those dudes, they seen like, oh, this nigga telling, they seen what happened, right? So if you got a dude over there who watching what's happening, and he know we don't know about him in his head, I got to get these motherfuckers out there. Are you tweaking right now? You okay? And I seen you in the.
I'm just looking at the lights. I didn't realize there was a light behind me
like
too. Let us know what you think of the lights.
I thought you hitting me with the OG handsome down.
No.
Ooh-wee.
Right, this is what a drug addict does?
Can I get a
look
bump?
behind themselves?
Yeah, you
oh,
tweak
shit.
like you
No.
some tweaker shit.
No.
Right, so I say this respectfully. Lil Jon, I tell Lil Jon, when this shit starts moving, this other thing I'm building, call Lil Jon in here, third. Right? Because Lil Jon is a park general.
Loves the park.
He enforces it.
Okay.
I hate it. I get it. I understand it. Because that's where he come from. But I'm telling him, bro, when I tell you, when everything close out, and you in that position that you're going to be in, the other businesses we doing, what's the first thing I tell you you got to stay away from?
The park.
If I'm telling my right, that man is close to me. I go to sleep around that man. That man got the code to my gate. If I'm telling my right hand, I got to get you out of there. What makes you think that that's where I want to? If I want to go to the park, I can go to the park. But when I usually go, it's because the homies is what? Wack, can you come out? We doing this, we doing that. So I get it. Yo, Wack 100 coming through. So I go. But is that my first option? No, because the risk factor of law enforcement, the risk factor of what I warned you about. Every day is enemies. Shit's happening. It's a dude getting out of jail that got shot, or his brother got killed while he was in there, and the dudes that probably so-called did is over here. These are the factors. And when you ride in a certain way, you got to be a certain way. The police ain't stupid.
Yeah.
Right? Unfortunately, I don't like to say it, but I've outgrown where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Not to say I'm better than them, but I got other things going on.
Because I suggested the idea to them, not him, but Third and Rob. I said, you think Wack would do a vlog with us where we went and took a look around his old neighborhood? And they said, he'll do it if you bring it up on the podcast.
This the thing. The last time they said this shit, I went and shot a whole video.
What
now,
video
without
was
me
that?
saying, iron out my flag. AD, the homie from Dago, Mitchie Slick, Game, it was Game song. What's the homie from VNG?
It was like 10 years ago?
The rap, I'm sorry. The homie got the shoes. I'm in straight violation, nephew. Joe Moses. My apologies. I had that's family, right? Now, without me saying anything, right? I was literally at war in my neighborhood when I shot this video.
9 years ago.
Right? I was at war in my neighborhood. You hear me? Adam, hear me.
I believe you.
Mother, where Cuban at? Mother is being sent to the emergency room. Right? I chose out of everywhere, we shooting a video in the hood. Right? And guess what? Every major video ever shot in Pacoima come from me.
Okay.
The first one we shot was
Who's this guy?
That's our white dude.
For sure, that's
RJ,
a white dude. RJ in there, yep.
Right? The homie, rest in peace.
I don't see AD.
Red Rum.
I'm looking for AD.
AD is the only Crip verse. He in there.
Okay. Oh, he rapped on it too.
He rapped it. Yeah, he the only Crip verse. He the only Crip that was there. Somebody tried to disrespect AD them, and we didn't even allow them to deal with it out of respect.
Ty Dolla $ign. Oh, there's young AD.
Yeah, we didn't even allow AD to deal with it. Not to say they wouldn't,
shit.
but he was there with us, right? So what I'm saying is, I mean, respectfully, bro, I'm going to keep it 100. If I want to go to the park, I go to the park.
I don't know why they keep on saying you can't come to the park.
But let's just do it. Let's make some content.
If I
People want to
go
see
to the
that.
park, I'll go to the park.
Let's go to the park.
But
It'll be a walk in the park.
But here goes the thing, right? I'm going to be real. Here goes the thing. And a lot of people don't like to tell the truth. And cats like me and Lil Jon can speak on it. It's generations before us where it was even stronger. But our generation, once upon a time in our parks, so this is the West Coast secrets, untold. You couldn't drive down certain roads, certain streets. You couldn't pull into the park because it was supervised and it was thick. Bro, I'm going to be real.
It ain't like that.
My
As much these
neighborhood,
days.
my neighborhood is more populated. The city of Pacoima has a larger population than Compton. Compton like 95,000, about 110,000. But it has 5% or 3% of the gangs in Compton on the urban side, right? So when you talk about a park, right? Paru originated in Compton. Without Paru, without Compton, there's no Paru. So there's no Pacoima, there's no Inglewood Paru, there's no San Diego Paru, it's no Paru. That's the motherland of Paru, period. Nigga, if you a Paru and you can't accept that and embrace that and salute that, then you need to keep Paru out your mouth, regardless where you from, right? So when you got the city of Compton, right, and you got a park, Gonzalez Park or Enterprise Park or Looters Park, right, you're going to have the homies that occupy these parks. Fruittown is originally, well, shit, y'all originally west and then went to east, but Gonzalez Park is really on the west side, right? But when you think about Gonzalez Park, that's in West Side Paru neighborhood, right? But it's predominantly occupied on the daily by Fruittown Parus, right? But guess what? Because they there and they real homies, see the blocks will pull up, trees will pull up, you know, well, different homies from different sets pull up. So that's what made Gonzalez Park. People say Gonzalez Park is like the Paru Park, but it's the West Side Paru Park.
That's why Jim Jones chose to pull up there.
Well, Jim Jones chose to put up there because his roots to the West Coast come from over there, which originally a guy named Hot Dog. Rest in peace in West Side Paru. Hot Dog and Wacko very close. I don't know if they family, but they was close like family. So when Hot Dog passed away, Hot Dog Wacko continued the relationship. Now, I never said Jim Jones can't come to the West Coast. I never said Jim Jones wasn't a real blood. That's Cameron said that. See, if I would have said those things, my team that be in that park was already there. They're oblivious to an issue with Jim Jones because it's really not an issue. All I did is what I always do. P-Funk, he loved me like a brother. He gonna stand with me right or wrong. But if somebody send him a clip that he hears with my voice and they saying it's a federal wiretap, Little John's gonna send me the clip and say, P-Funk, what's happening with this? Shit, I answer everything else, right? So with Jim Jones, any other time I text him, it was a response. When he come into town, you know, certain people he needed, I hooked him up with. He did music with Coyote. When he was doing his quarantine radio, we can record from being in different locations. So when the clip come to me, I'm hearing the clip. I'm like, oh shit, wait, y'all, this was losing a federal trial? Yeah. I'm like, they didn't arrest him? No. So I'm hearing what's on the clip. So I sent it to him. What's happening with this clip? This is the same Wack, the same number that texts you and you call and we talk about this, that, merch, this, that, what's going on with this, that. You respond. But when I sent him that and what's happening with this clip, he went dark. If you sent me something, Wack, what's up with this? And I go dark, either
You're guilty.
there's some weird shit going on. So I never said you can't go nowhere. Now, you didn't came out. It's a bunch of shit he tried to do out here that I'm not speaking on. He tried to get verses out of certain people that told him no. He know. I bet he won't put that on Trey Gangster. Right? That said no. He tried to get certain people to show up with him. They said no because they like, we know what you trying to do. Now, if you would have got out here and said, Wack, I'm out there on the West, nigga, and it's on with me and you would have pulled up and your motherfucker ass would have went back in the Delta flight. And what I don't like is, nigga, I ain't clicking on with you like that for you to do what you doing because it's people out here that genuinely love me. I don't care who you with. The same individuals you with, it's people that genuinely love them. And it's cats out here that once they see something's going on, right, no matter the situation, it's going to be a situation. So what this bozo, when it did, was, because I'm getting calls now from everybody. Wack, you didn't tell me it was on with Jim Jones, because it ain't. So when you did that, now you didn't activated all these people who either got business with, genuine love for, they got genuine love for me on both sides, that now if your ass over here eating and they see you, they might respond. That ain't what I wanted it to be. I just really want you to answer to this audio.
But Jim, when he pulled up to that park, he didn't directly make it about you, right? He never
No,
said
he
your name.
waited till he got to New York and
Okay.
tagged and talking about where I can't go,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Listen, let me give you the makeup of the West Coast. It ain't no street nigga that can't go nowhere. We got niggas that went in the parks and got parked in the park. We got niggas that went in the park and parked some motherfuckers in the park, right?
They was about to get parked and said we seen that Deuce.
This is a fact. You see what I'm saying?
They driving in this motherfucker.
They coming in 10 o'clock and late at night. The homies is in there. When they hit me, they like whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, shit, okay, I ain't. So I ain't tripping, right? You know, ain't no big deal with me. I've never said where you can't go. You was at the Ye's Grammy party. Rakita, nephew is security for Ye. I know you at the Grammy party. My daughter's personal security's in the Grammy party. He at Keyway from the other side. But I'm like, they like, you know, whoop, 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 whoop. Right? I'm like, okay, cool. But my mind is not on where dude can't go. And I'm going to be real, like, Jim ain't like that. You a rapper, you a great rapper and all that. But, nigga, you 49 years old. You ain't did a day in jail when you supposed to. But that's cool. You ain't ready and willing. You can't lay down. Your empire takes you to be here to float it like a lot of ours do. But you not like that. Even the cats is running around with you know that you not like that. They know that realistically, if you set that fire, you are not willing and ready to deal with what comes with that. One thing about this West, when you think it's with you, it'll turn against you, especially if you from out of town. Should no out of town trust no West Coast mother when you going against a mother influence. Because it could be the dude with the dude who just got some gas money. This real talk. Me and Stutterbox, the world will tell you we at odds, right? Who called my phone the other day and said, Wack, can you fix this thing with Jay Hood, my son, and Luce Cannon? You didn't even know it. That was Stutterbox. Wack, I know we at odds, but your nephew, my son, is getting into it with Luce Cannon.
Right.
So you got to understand the politics out here get a little different.
Yeah.
Right? He know I can give a damn about him, but me and Lil Jon can get into it right now. We can get into it right now. Lil Jon could go to jail. We can have an all-out whatever. If your son call me and say, Unc, I'm in trouble, what I'm going to do? It's different. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of these out-of-towners don't be understanding the politics. And Jim, what you doing is like, you kind of draw snitches, because if it was a problem like that, you should have just let it be known and we could have just dealt with it like that. Right? It ain't like we ain't got homies in Jersey. On both sides. Rich Rollins side, Damu side. We got real homies in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? But he not like that. So for you to be like, trying to start that fire, but saying where niggas, you can't tell no nigga where they can't go on the West Coast. Because you're only there because you're being utilized. Let's keep it real. You're being utilized. You've been utilized day one. You've never not had to eventually do something for being able to get that pass.
You see the clip of Jim Jones getting mad at Cam Capone when he was interviewing him?
Yeah, I mean, that's extra out.
Yeah, but to be
He
fair,
wouldn't have did that to you, though. You see what Cam look like. Cam ain't that.
When I talked to Jim Jones
You know the
about
spot up the way. Cam ain't that type of dude.
Yeah, there was like a couple little moments in there where he sort of disrespected him. Like he said something about like, you know, he a nerd you understand, you kind of look like a nerd too. And I was like, whoa, that's a crazy thing to just slip in there. But then Cam Capone, not Cameron. He was like kind of asking him like these like really basic weird questions of like trying to get him to explain his whole career. So I kind of related to why Jim was getting annoyed by
right?
it.
Here it go. The same tapes we ran on the 100 side of Clubhouse that was exposed to us by 6ix9ine. We didn't know nothing about them. 50 Cent used the same tapes. Why you ain't say nothing to 50? He in New York. Why you ain't telling 50 where he can't pull up? He in New York. You waited till you got back to New York, post some shit, tag a nigga, right? But that's cool. You activated everybody. All my Crip comrades, my Damu comrades, my Hoover comrades is what it is. So now that's what that is. So now when you think you hiding out at the hotel over there and the little homeboy that work at the airport and the homegirl that's working at the front desk to give you your keys, now you got to keep your head on the swivel. You know what I'm saying? Or the essay nephew who working in the back of Roscoe's at the cook, reach out there and say, you stupid. One thing about this whole West, everything is intertwined. Everything, whether you know it or not. That's a technique Suge taught us. You know what I'm saying? From the airport to the black car to the valet to the front desk to the restaurant. Everybody know everybody.
Make sure everyone is compromised.
Yeah, so.
Okay, let's take it off of West Coast politics for a moment. Big Meech's giant welcome home concert
I told you it was
canceled.
What'd I tell you?
The bill was
what
insane.
Did I say?
The list of artists on it was insane.
What did I say?
Why do you think it got canceled?
What you mean? Once again, a lot of this content, and I got to give Blue Da Vinci his first credit, because Blue Da Vinci giving it to me, I ran it back to the 100 side of Clubhouse.
And they canceled it the day before, or like same day that it was supposed to take place.
First of all, it shows that you chose the wrong side. Rick Ross ain't strong enough, right, to keep the boat afloat. Two, when you get certain real individuals on there, now you notice you haven't seen no artist come out and like stamp it, right? They pulled back, right? They're telling.
The only artist we really saw back out was Lil Baby, formally, right?
Now, now who's tied to Lil Baby?
Shit.
No,
Thug.
Wait, who?
Young Thug.
No, look
bunch
at
of
that.
other people.
Look at that.
On the same bill? I mean,
who's tied to Little Baby?
21 Savage and probably,
no.
right?
That's a strong one.
Okay.
See that 42 Doug?
42 Doug,
Where 42 Doug from?
Detroit.
Well, who he tied to?
Probably some BMF shit is what you're getting at?
he tied to Little Baby.
Okay, right, yeah.
Whatever way Little Baby move, he gonna move. Now, I don't know how Little Baby got the paperwork. I'm lying. I sent it to him. Yeah, I sent it to him. I sent it to nephew. I sent it to him on the 3rd. February 3rd.
Lil Baby canceled or
Lil Baby real
weeks in advance. But then they end up posting this new flyer anyway with him still on it. But then what about the rest of the artists?
Okay, when you get a great amount of that right there that pulls back, they got to cancel it because, first of all,
we only know of one person canceling.
Big Meech was getting paid $80,000 on the WAP, right? The artist is in a situation where they can cancel. You know why? They was doing it for free, so there's no contractual obligation for them to show up.
I just figured out that canceled is acceptable with one L or two L's.
Yeah.
I had to Google it real quick.
There's no contractual obligation for them to come because they didn't get paid nothing, right? You had Lil Bootsy take a run at it and promote it, right?
Yeah, and they put out like a new version of the flyer with his name on top of it.
It's two sides of it. The second side is the tickets stopped selling.
See, they told me that there was still tons of tickets left for sale day of.
The tickets stopped selling, right?
That's confusing to me.
The people, because listen,
this is as a fan, that is a show I would 100% pay to go to.
Support Big Meech as Big Meech. We've been telling y'all he's a rat. Salute to Cuffy, St. Louis stand up. Salute to Cuffy's daughter. Niecy, I'm gonna call in check with you. But now that 50 got it, 50 had the key. 50 had your key. Do you know what your one key? Me and you got the same key to any embarrassment, whether it's factual or not. What is it? What's your key?
Being exposed?
Lena,
okay.
Lena, armed, right? They can come on this and lie. what the world gonna do with it, right?
Right.
50 has the third party cooperant, Tammy, which is who Blue Da Vinci been screaming. Blue Da Vinci gave me the game. I went to his house, sat in his house. Regardless of our thing, I ain't no bitch ass nigga. Blue the one gave that piece to me, and I ran it back to Clubhouse. He gave me all the work. He has Tammy. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, yes, the Cuffy situation is interesting, but that's water under the bridge, because people been hearing about it. You know when it's gonna get dangerous? When that lady sits up there, watch this, LJ, like they doing Surviving R. Kelly, and says, yeah, in 2006, he gave me information on Lil Boatwright from such and such, and I took that to the federal agent. And Lil Boatwright was looking at 40, but he took a deal for 20, and he never knew how they had him. It's all the other cases that she worked for him as a third-party cooperant, information given to her to take to the feds, where people gonna be like, what? He the mother. What's gonna get dangerous is all the other cases she knows about. She has all the affidavits, she has all the documents to show the third-party cooperating cases that Big Meech sent her at the feds to tell on. And she has it documented that everything she did was to get Big Meech a time cut. That's when it's gonna get jiggy. The Cuffy shit is one situation. Trust me, people in jail don't get comfortable with these people. You go in there and say, yeah, I still got 100 bricks, nigga, in the storage, nigga, in St. Louis. Yeah, my man, Lil John, he be whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. That mother will go over there, get his third-party cooperator to tell them, nigga, they start supervising Lil John, watching his movement. Soon as they see him going by storage, they pop him in the paperwork. It says wiretap was approved because of CS1, who's a reliable source, right? Whole time is coming from the conversation you had with this fool on the yard, running your mouth. The threat is gonna come when Tammy starts to expose all the other shit that we had no idea that Meech was working on.
Well, but right here, 50 Cent shares audio saying that Tammy Cohen's Big Meech's former assistant has paperwork and recorded phone calls on Big Meech. So is this is already the death blow, or you say
that's the death blow?
There's worse shit to come.
It's worse shit to come.
Should we listen to
now
it?
Now you gotta ask yourself, why did Tammy go bad?
Let's listen to a little bit of what this flavor is.
She's privileged to what's called the affidavits in support of the wiretaps.
Okay.
It's like 3 affidavits. In those affidavits, it tells Meech's full role. Now, I wasn't allowed to have them because they played this, I'm this kingpin and I'm this killer, and they life in
That's
in
Cuffy
jeopardy,
talking.
Right.
in danger.
Right.
That's why they was able to close the courtroom. We'd have been out at Meech. But they played a cold game. I give it to her. And they was playing chess and we was playing checkers.
Okay.
She used the threat of her life and that I was gonna have some hitmen in the federal courtroom to kill her. And they closed the courtroom to the media. My shit standing room only. It's called Tammy Cohen.
See, that's Cuffy.
Okay.
Dude in that
That's
city.
gonna be, a blow. But when Tammy get up there and 50 put that camera on her, and he sits her down, and he got the top hairstylist, got her hair on fleek, the top makeup artist got her looking like a goddamn 100, and he done draped her in the top motherfucking attire, and that camera come on, oh, she's gonna be the real star witness.
So are you saying that, because I'm assuming that Vlad has been plotting behind the scenes about how he was going to eventually get a Big Meech interview. Are you saying that he might skip right past him and go straight to Tammy?
Definitely. And Tammy,
Ooh,
I'm going to let you know.
it's a cold game.
I'm going to keep it real with you, Tammy. I've been thinking you was a punk bitch all this time. But today, Tammy, you got my vote. If you was running against Trump, I would have voted for you. Tammy, we are cheering you on. This is coming from Wack 100. We are looking forward to you sitting in that 50-cent seat. We are looking forward to you telling everything. We are cheering your telling on in this situation. Telling Tammy, and I say that with nothing but respect, you have my blessing. We need you to tell the truth on Big Screech.
So, okay, this is the top comment on this post about the BMF show being canceled. That man did all that time and remained a legend his entire sentence to come home, take a picture with his friend's op, and then your friend exposes you and your whole legacy has went to shambles, haven't even been home 30 days.
Listen, when they asked me last month on Clubhouse, they said, Wack, what you think about the concert? I said it's too early. He shouldn't be doing none of that. He should be laying low, learning the TV game, plotting to make his next move. Look at what he did. You sided with Ross on some bozo shit. You got 19 years of being incarcerated. That 50 could have took that and converted that to about 5 seasons and then turned around and then did the overall movie. He had a good 30 to 50 million he could have made. Now you standing next to a mother who couldn't even keep a concert going. Rick Ross is on the concert.
Second on the lineup.
In about 10 days, Ross is going to throw him away. Nigga, I'm going to be real with you, Meech. If Rick Ross, seeing what he did to you, because he knew what he was doing standing on the side of him, right? He know Meech ain't thinking straight. If he don't throw you 3 wing stops, you ought to knock that nigga out. Nigga, he messed up your 80. He messed up your future TV shit because, see, BMF, right, I'm going to be real, was down here. 50 Cent, respectfully,
he created this whole mythos
and made it a worldwide thing.
Yeah. People that kind of forgot.
And I know Lil Meech went, I know what you're thinking, Lil Meech. Damn, I wish your snitching ass would have stayed in jail. You know why? He fucked it up for him. You didn't see what he said, man, my dad just took the money to pay the bills until we get paid for the next season.
Yeah, what
and 50
season?
said, what season? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just, bro, so now 50 built it up. What 50 gonna do? He finna burn that motherfucker down. He gonna release that last season, and then he's gonna release the Tammy shit and discredit everything that people thought that man was. And you know what he gonna be looking like? That picture right there, like a sad Sharpay.
You think that is 50 the greatest strategist in hip hop history, the greatest beef artist?
50 is the greatest strategist that has been given opportunity. Lane. The greatest strategist that I know that was really my first teacher on how to navigate crazy shit in this game is none other than Chuck Taylor, the game. Because when he was fighting 50, he was fighting 50 minus the resources. 50 had the building.
Right.
50 had Eminem, 50 had Drake, he had the building. Game had a few niggas, grimy niggas on Brazil Street, one nigga out the Niggerson Gardens, another nigga out of 88 Avalons, in his mind to create a movement that ultimately took down that movement, right? As G-Unit, as a rapping crew, not 50s overall, right? But yeah, he's a force to be reckoned with. He's something that you definitely gotta respect. And I'm gonna enjoy watching this cancellation. And I hate to say it because I know what's going on in Los Angeles. I'm gonna enjoy this arson. He's gonna burn this shit down, right? And Tammy, I'm encouraging you. We need you to snitch all the way. You understand what I'm saying?
50 probably got her on
Tammy,
contract that she won't do interviews
Tammy,
prior
listen,
to
the
whatever they're
world-
planning.
The more you snitch, the more support you gonna get from us, girl. We need you to tell. We need you to go tell it on the mountain, over the hill, and everywhere. Tammy, tell it. Telling Tammy, and we say that with nothing but respect. That's it. You know, I need everybody to get their turn, because R&B gonna get mad at me one day. She gonna tell on me. So, you know, she might tell people I'd be dancing for her and shit. You know, I'll be doing the Chippendales for my woman.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? She might tell the people one day, you know, and I'm going to have to sit there and deal with the embarrassment.
Wait, okay, one more thing related to this.
She
50
tell
Cent,
me I dance like a white boy.
You probably do. 50 Cent reacts to Big Meech saying that he never snitched. You told Tammy to tell, bitch.
He shouldn't have did that.
Okay.
Did you? He shouldn't have did that.
Never folded, never told.
You
never
told
did.
Tammy to tell, bitch.
That's the whole time, always.
Hey, yo.
I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support
Look at
of
him.
my friends and family.
Y'all gonna be disappointed when Lil Baby don't show up? When Skilla don't show up, when Vizzo don't show up? And all these don't show up?
I wasn't going to address this.
Man, this nigga reading drops, man. Look at you reading this shit.
And I'm gonna be real. I don't know if I'm tripping. I think Meech, while he was in jail, I think he was on medication.
Really?
Yeah, I'm watching his movement. You know, I think he might have was with that hound dog or that Thorazine.
What's that?
That's my man. Nick was the drip.
Oh, should we watch this?
Yeah, he funny as
Fire
watch
it up.
A lot of posts about the Big Meech concert
Zip
being
the drip.
canceled. What I'm not seeing is anybody blaming Rick Ross for this shit. Nobody is saying, yo, Rick Ross, it's your fault. So I'ma do it. Yo, Rick Ross, this shit is your fault. You the reason why Big Meech is going through this shit out here right now, you heard? Because when we was on the internet talking about the Cuffy case and all that, nobody even really gave a fuck. But now 50 talking about that shit, and everybody listening. Everybody listening, you heard? So, I just want to say, or I want to ask you, did you think that shit was a good idea in hindsight? Do you think it was a good idea to be in the video with me talking about Sexy Red?
Sexy Red.
Yeah, you think that was a good idea? Also, how you let that nigga get the show canceled?
It's a
in
funny
Florida?
dude right here.
That-
Like if you said Wack,
that's kind of diabolical.
we want to start No Jumper East. He be one of the first ones.
He's a New Yorker?
He from New York.
Okay.
He funny as hell.
Let's finish this.
You heard 50, that's some bullshit. How you let the nigga get the show canceled in Florida? Let's get to that. I've seen a lot of posts.
Wow.
Right, he funny as hell.
That was
Him,
insane.
Bullets, Gotti, they got some funny dudes out there. But it's real though.
Yeah.
Bro, it's no way that Rick Ross, being the boss he is, bro,
Uh-huh.
couldn't have kept that concert
Yeah.
together for that man.
Right.
Let's be real.
But okay, think about it. 50's in the ear of Skilla Baby because he's apparently managing him, which we found out from the leaked screenshots
Yeah.
of text with Lil Meech and
Shout
whatnot.
out Skilla Baby.
Skilla Baby is very much in the cool club of whatever is going on with the Detroit artists. So if Skilla Baby is saying, I'm not doing it because bro's telling, realistically, that could very easily take, 10 other people off that bill.
That's a fact. But what I'm saying is, straight up, hey, Rick Ross, you need to get a homie, well, not the homie. You need to give Meech at least 3 of them wing stops. He got about 30 of them.
Because what is
That's the least he can do.
What's Big Meech going to do now? Like, what
This
other
is what I'm
opportunities
saying.
are really
His
available
ass
to him?
is gonna go to jail. Listen, ain't no plugs, ain't no connects, ain't nobody doing no street business finna mess with him. Right? Ain't nobody gonna touch him. You
And
just killed yourself.
this conversation about him telling or whatever, it has been lurking around online for a couple of years now, but it didn't really rise to the occasion of people
been
really
running it.
talking
Blue
about
Da
it.
Vinci kicked it off. He passed me the ball. I talked to Cuffy. Cuffy's daughter is on our 100 YouTube channel. The paperwork is up there. We've been put the paperwork up. It's right there. But now 50 is 50. And I believe. Now the question is, why did Tammy turn on him?
That's what I'm wondering, yeah.
Now, the math is simple. I'm a convict nigga. If I got a female running for me 15 years, 16 years, right? She putting her life on the line. I didn't sign her over my rights. You know what I'm telling her? Baby, it's gonna be me and you. It took R&B damn near a year for her to believe me. This is the conversation coming from a street nigga.
To believe you about what?
That when I say, baby, it's gonna be me and you, right? Once a woman starts to believe, if within that first year I'd have did some bullshit, it would have affected her,
Okay.
but not that much.
Right. She doesn't want to get invested.
Once a woman embraces it and starts to live it and believe it, right? Then you go the other way with them. Oh, you about to meet hell. So all them years, she running, she putting her life on the line. Nigga, she third party cooperating. Blue now is trying to expose her. She go in with 50 and do the business like you told her to. And then it's time to parole, and you paroled a little Meech mama.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
He paroled to his other bitch.
Okay.
Not only that, we can assume once he paroled the little beach mama, R&B, if we in the same situation, and I parole to you, and I'm claiming the bitch ain't shit, I just used her, you pushing the line for me to do what? Well, nigga, when you gonna get your life rights back? When you gonna get her out the business? You say you only did that because you was locked up and you was using her to try to get out, but now you out. Nigga, you home with me and your son. But when you gonna get that business back? So I guarantee you that call went for Meech, right? With his Thorazine self. Hey, Tammy. Hey, yeah. You know, we had a good run, but them life rights, I need them to come back. I'm free now. So you know what Tammy did? What's the only shoulder she got to cry on to try to stay in position?
50.
Young 50.
Wow.
Now the question is, why would 50 do some bitch-ass nigga shit and turn on Meech behind the brawl, right? I'm going to tell you why 50 didn't do no bitch-ass nigga shit. I'm looking at the crystal ball. You know what Tammy did? She did what she does best. Hey, 50, I need to talk to you. This nigga that went back to this bitch, 50 like, yeah, I done been through this. Yeah, and he trying to get his life rights back. 50 like, yeah, as he should. That's what he's supposed to do. And I need to holler at you because I'm going to tell you what his real plans was and how he really think about you. Boom! That's when you got 50. What? Yeah, I got the record the nigga whole time. Said he want to do this, get you out the way because he want to do that, and that. Word? You got some proof of that? Hell yeah, where can I pull up on you at? All I want to do is remain to be in place. Let's continue to do some business. And guess what? I got some 50 like, yo, all this shit up in here and any truth to that? Hell yeah, I got whoop de whoop. I can tell you what, I can get you like $2 million right now for them rights. And there it go. 50 didn't do no bitch-ass nigga shit. It wasn't put in front of me. Once it was put in front of me, now it's time to go. 4-day laws of power. The order of war, the spook to set at the door. Everything's coming out.
It's just so crazy that 50 basically like
what he's supposed to
created
do.
this monster, huge amount of hunger, appetite for Big Meech, and then before it even really gets
But he
rolling,
already didn't milked
he
it.
takes it down.
He didn't milked it. He got his bag. Now he finna get even bigger bag.
Yeah.
And guess what I know that you know?
What?
9 times out of 10, the right to refusal on movies and any shows related to BMF is written in 50's contracts. He probably got a 1 to 3 year right because they wasn't thinking about it. I try to restrict them to 6 to 9 months. You got 6 to 9 months to do something where I can go somewhere else.
Right.
50 got probably a 1 to 3, more than likely 2 to 3 years,
Right.
which means he can say, I'm gonna do something with it. While he frying your ass up with Tammy over here, he got BMF on the shelf and can't nobody do nothing with nothing. In a 2-year time frame, the torch 50 got, anybody that was interested will lose interest.
Yeah, for sure.
Out of here.
Diabolical.
Diabolical.
One of the craziest things, beef tactics I've ever seen utilized in hip hop history.
That's the ones you know about. I got a few f***ed ones I didn't did, but I ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we know a little bit about yours. Okay, you listened to the Drake album on the way here?
I attempted to listen to the Drake album.
You fell asleep while driving?
Drake. Look, I swear to God,
Right.
ask R&B. The second you text me, I had just sent her, I said, yo, turn this on, let's listen to it.
I texted you and said, hey, let's listen to the
I
Drake
showed you
album
the
so we can
screenshot,
talk about it. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I put it on. The album pissed me off so much, I forgot I told R&B to put it on. I got mad at her. I said, what's this shit you got me listening to? She said, brother, you the one told me to put it on. Listen, bro, the first 3 songs. I want to open the door today. Oh, well. Listen, nigga, you just got off the mother warfield with the Spartans,
Yeah.
right? You just got off the battlefield with the Spartans.
And he's saying, I don't want to beef. I want to make music for the bitches.
Listen,
We don't give a about the bitches want.
listen.
We want to hear you talk
just
some
got
shit.
off the battlefield with the Spartans, right? What's the head nigga name R&B? Because you love that movie, right? Kendrick. Kendrick is the one who climbed the mountain and lied to the people and said, we're just going out for a walk.
Right.
You just got off the battlefield with the Spartans. You done went over here and cried and said some other shit. You can't, he should have did that back in July, August. He could have got away with it.
Okay.
But now, I hate to say it, Kendrick's album, the versatility of that album, how
How hip hop it was.
How those 12 songs do this to you.
How street it was.
Right?
How
No,
raw.
it takes you up, bring you down. It like it's a roller coaster, so it's exciting.
That album seems even better to me after listening to this Drake
There
album.
you have it. It's like now Drake sounds dated. I hate to say it.
He just seems like he is not paying attention to the battlefield right now.
What's going on?
Yeah. I like two different versions of Drake. I like pop star Drake and I like rapper Drake. The one I've never given a fuck about is R&B Drake. I've gone over this a million times on the podcast over the years. I don't really like the current state of R&B. He put out an entire album that is
Adam,
nonstop, back-to-back slow jams.
Listen,
I ain't going.
he's on 20 out of the 21 songs, right? He got one song on there I can halfway with his like hugs and kisses because it's a higher tempo, whatever. But you on there with Party Next Door. If you don't outsell Kendrick, it's a bad situation. And guess what? UMG hands are tied. They just have to let the fans do what they do. They
Okay.
can't position you.
I'm in the dark about Party Next Door. I never paid attention to him one time in my life. I know I've heard him on features, on Drake songs and shit like that. To my ears, listening to this album this morning,
You listen to the whole
lyrically-
shit. I couldn't.
No, I made it like halfway through. But in terms of his, like, I understand he's this like esteemed writer that everybody respects or whatever. In terms of what's coming out of his mouth on this project, I don't get it at all. He does not belong with Drake on records.
Drake's, what he did, it totally like drowned out him. I don't even know what the fuck he did on that. It's just the auto tune. When I listened to it, by the third song, I start hearing Jay-Z. Def auto tune. I just start hearing it. It's like, I'm like, damn, why is Drake sounding outdated? Maybe because Kendrick didn't stepped it up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have to agree with Flex now. Drake's not hip hop.
Oof.
I have to agree.
He at least took a break for this project.
Listen, and Drake, my guy. We just talking music. I ain't got nothing but respect for Drake.
Same.
But that shit was some bullshit.
Yeah, I was super let down. My girl was
I
listening
turned it
to it.
off.
My girl, same thing. Turn it off. So I know it's not just
R&B
me.
loves Drake, and she was like, "It's not. It sounded dated. Maybe he don't. Nigga, you are in a squabble right now."
And in past Drake
nigga
projects,
showed up to the ring in ballerina shoes.
past projects, I could kind of stomach the slow jams because they're sort of sandwiched in between other songs that are a little bit more up tempo. So it's like, okay, we could do a break. We can have
He
the slow
said,
jam.
"Fuck all the beef. I want making music for the bitches." No, nigga, the bitches want blood.
Even the bitches want blood right now.
What are you talking about right now?
For real, bro. I don't get it at all. And whoever this Party Next Door dude, I mean, I've heard him hyped up so much over the years, never paid
I'ma
attention
be
to him.
real,
Whatever he's delivering on this project was weak as
in defense
fuck.
of Party Next Door, I think this is the Rick Ross Meech thing.
How so?
Because Drake did to Party Next Door what Rick Ross did to Meech. He spewed all his bullshit on this dude who had nothing to do with nothing. He should have just let Party go next door and have his party, and he should have stayed at home.
Yeah. You know who's
It
probably
sound dated.
You know who's probably happier about this album than anybody else? Kendrick. Because to him, it's got to look like a white flag. Yes, he had a couple of little bars in there and shit, but ultimately, this project is like him opting out of whatever's been going on.
I think Kendrick's a little disappointed because I believe Kendrick, coming off that Super Bowl performance, wanted Drake to give him reason to go. Now, if Kendrick goes on him, it looks like he being a bully. And Kendrick, I'm going to be real, nigga, let the bop to come out of you, stomp his ass out. You know what I'm saying? But I believe Kendrick wanted reason to go. And at this is like, Kendrick, why are you responding to that? You know what I'm saying?
It pains me to know that I'm probably going to listen to this album at least once or twice more just to try to wrap my head around it.
I got mad when it cussed out my whole clubhouse floor.
Wow. That's serious.
My man Brock from Houston, he's an extreme Drake fan. I'm not talking to him for 3 days. He gonna tell me, did you hear the one song? It's 21 songs.
And I'm seeing people say it's a classic. I don't really understand, but
Listen, I'm just saying, it was the basic Drake. It was the same Drake everybody has loved. Kendrick has created a different, it's like, for real, right? Dude pulling up in a souped up Chevelle. We like, yo, big block, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, Chevelle, 600 horsepower, all this shit, right? And a motherfucker pulling up in a Tesla truck. Talking about y'all want to race. Nigga, you ain't gonna win. We know what that look like and sound like. That Tesla gonna whoop your ass. It's way faster just because. And I think Drake had his run. At one point in time, I said he had the thrusters. I think Kendrick leveled them out. I thought he was gonna turn the thrusters back on and keep going. He filed the lawsuit and started dry snitching, saying certain things should have did and started dropping. The Grammys happened and started dropping. Not Like Us happened and started dropping. And then he dropped his album, and now it's like the alarms are going off. Might possibly have to abort. Lord forbid he doesn't let this lawsuit go. The UMG does his Bill Cosby dance, and women start popping up saying things.
we've had plenty of time for that to happen.
Oh, no. UMG already didn't issue the thing. In order to sue us, you got to sue Kendrick. If he sue Kendrick, will you agree that people going to look at him crazy?
That would definitely be a difficult thing for him to go through. But, okay, on top of all that, I feel like right now, you can have an opinion. You can say this album's dope. You can say this album's whack. The sales are really going to be what shapes this narrative.
If he don't listen.
It's not
you
going to
got
outsell
help.
Kendrick. It's not going to sell it.
Kendrick
No.
didn't have no help. Kendrick had all up-and-coming dudes on his album.
He had all artists that are like 1% of him.
Yeah, and then
terms
he had
of
one that was no
marketability.
percent. You know what I'm saying? Middle gunplay, right? Middle water gun, right? Right? So what I'm saying is, and guess what? That was hilarious.
Which one? Him not coming out of the Super Bowl? Oh, you love that? Oh, man. I'm trying to make it so that me and Lefty can be cool again, but
Yo,
I don't know.
hey, yo, listen, I hate to say this shit. Kendrick's whole Super Bowl movement, right? The revolutionary will be televised.
Right.
He got the black Uncle Sam, Samuel Jackson. He got the Williams sister, who's from Compton, up there crip walking, symbolic Drake's ex, right? And she's from Compton, right?
Yeah.
He had all black dancers forming the American flag,
Yeah.
right? He teased, he brought out DJ Mustard, right? He teased like he wasn't gonna perform the song, but he mentioned the lawsuit,
Yeah.
and he ended up doing it.
Pretty funny.
But everything about that was a representation of our people advancing and standing up. You know the one thing he did? He left the white guy out of the equation.
Oh, God.
Lefty's dad is white. By Hebrew Israelite standard and code, he's a white guy. Kendrick said, ain't no way I can bring the white dude out. I'm doing all this pro-black shit.
You're the only person who thinks of Lefty as a white guy.
No,
for the
I'm
record. Everybody thinks of him as like the Mexican of the moment.
Listen, we got a homie we love to death. Slick,
Okay.
Campanella Park, Paru,
Uh-huh.
right? He didn't change his birth certificate to where it say black. He go to county jail, he will argue with the officers that he's black. Slick is Mexican. Look Mexican, everything about him is Mexican, but his spirit, his mentality, what he represent, and what he stand for. He will tell you he's a nigga, and he will fight every black person in the world if you got a problem with him using the word nigga. Right? The homie like 48, bonafide, certified, P-Funk, stamp, no smut, right? But he'll tell you, I'm Mexican, but I ain't. Lefty Gunplay, and this was exposed on Vlad, his father is white.
Right.
Everything he does is an antic.
I'm just saying, you acting as if Kendrick was making a statement about
did.
not f***ing with white people by
He
not
chose
bringing
not
out
to bring-
Lefty.
no, he chose because Lefty would have threw the whole thing off. Everything about that was pro-black. He had street dudes dancing. He had people from the college dancing. He had all elements up there, all elements. Black Uncle Sam, the American flag as a black American. He had Gloria, his mother's name, to represent glory. He had his label on his back, which is black owned. Everything about what he did was pro-black. Ain't no way. He said, this nigga's a white boy. I can't bring him out here.
I could feel it coming because you're watching the performance. You can tell that TV Off is going to be the last song. And even as the song started, I'm thinking, well, there's no way that he's going to end the performance with Lefty coming out. If it had been in the middle of the performance,
why would you put a period on a black situation? All the writings in black is written on the wall. Why would you put a white period on it? Jay-Z, he had to say so who came out there. Black. Whole performance, the black Uncle Sam, crazy. Black. The revolutionary will be televised. Black. All the dancers, black. DJ Mustard, black. Shout out to DJ Mustard. Y'all go check it out. He got endorsement, I think, Heinz Mustard. Y'all go check that out. Another individual I watched grow.
That's
right?
crazy.
There's no way he was going to let the period be a white dude.
Yeah. But I don't think anybody thinks the Lefty has a white dude besides you.
He's white.
Maybe technically, but.
If they put a gun in Lefty head and said, we determine if you're going to live and die. Talk regular. If you talk regular, you live. If you do the fake shit, you die. He's going to go from, hey, you know, okay, hi, I'm Lefty Gunplay.
That still sounded kind of Mexican.
No. Okay, hi. He's going to go from Cholo Vato to Pee Wee Herman.
We've yet to see that.
That's a fact.
Nah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
No Pee Wee.
That's a fact.
No, I don't think so. Is this true? I haven't looked into this at all. Big Homie CCE is trying to pay transgenders to say that they mess with Luce Cannon. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, one of my guys said he got a call, a wild call. Now, we exposed that he be on a FaceTime 2 o'clock in the morning with bisexual men.
Big Homie?
Yeah.
Who?
We got the content.
Not me.
Yeah, we got it. Dude off Clubhouse. He said, Wack, you know this dude be calling me 2 o'clock in the morning. He sent me the screenshots, everything. I sent it in to my girl, Dreas, who's our tech girl on the 100 side of Clubhouse. She, they got to give her she gets the updates prior to the testimony phone. So if we on like 19.1, she on like 23.1 and shit, right? Mm-hmm. I said, yo, she said, no, that's real FaceTime screenshot. 2 o'clock in the morning, we got him talking, and dude is there. You know, he's a bisexual man, and what it is. So we exposed it. So, but that shit ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work.
I wouldn't judge Luce anyway if he was
it's not gonna
doing
work.
such a thing.
Luce ain't none of that.
That's normal around here.
It's not gonna work.
No,
I mean that's you and Brick thing. That's the wrong 6-0. Brick said him and Adam does gay shit sometimes. He said it like
he did say that.
Yeah, that ain't no.
Still
troll.
trying to figure out what he meant.
I mean, maybe you was a little under the influence.
Maybe when he gave me one of them perks.
There it goes.
I drifted off into another world.
Yeah, I don't know. He said it. I
became a bussy bandit. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. It's possible. Okay, we can end with this. How do you feel about actually, I got two things. So, okay, one of the most notable things on the Drake album was that he took this shot. Wow, is this AI Melissa Ford? Because this looks way different.
He's taking a shot at Joe Budden.
I've never seen Melissa Ford look quite like this in recent memory. Drake mentions Melissa Ford on Give Me a Hug. Melissa Ford, you a legend from the 6. Hate to see you with a dick sucker. I love that he's openly got the smoke for Joe Budden. I absolutely love that. But, he's kind of been on that sort of timing for a little bit. Let's take a look at this. This is a clip from a new podcast or dating show that Joe Budden has been doing. And this clip shows his girlfriend complaining about what he's into in the bedroom, and I found this fairly mind-blowing. You're gonna want to listen to this.
Only use this. He uses it to jerk off. Me and 2 bitches play and do whatever we doing while he watches us and does his thing. That's what he uses it for. Or this is where the trauma comes in. In the past,
Okay.
Joe has taken his travel lube with him.
Travel lube, for the record. I never even thought about that. Special travel lube, like travel shampoo, travel soap, travel lube.
To get dances and jerk off with other women on his own behind my back. So now I find the lube in the trunk, in the money bag.
He's
which
nodding.
Normally these bitches are strippers or bartenders, so that's the thing. Why the is the lube in the trunk when I put it away and I have not been here for a month and a half? You wasn't getting no dances with me.
If 2 + 2 is 4.
So again. You know again.
I feel like this illuminates the interesting.
He gets hand jobs when he go to the strip club.
No, she's saying that his thing is that he likes to sit back and watch her hook up with another woman and beat his meat. And that she's caught him cheating, not f***ing other girls, but sitting back, paying girls to do their thing while he masturbates. This, to me, is really illuminating. And the Joe Budden that I know is a master strategist. I'm kind of surprised that he's allowing the world to find this out about him.
First of all, on some real shit, right? From boyhood to manhood, right? A male's first introduction usually, right to that, is masturbate.
For sure, we usually masturbate before we have sex. Yes.
Now, anybody that's done time and don't f with them boys on the yard, we become professionals.
You're saying
fee makers, all that.
You haven't been locked up in like 20 years.
Don't matter. Doesn't matter, right? I'm just saying. So if that's
you're still saying you're a professional masturbator because your time in prison?
A lot of time. What? I make one of the top fees in the world. What you talking about?
That's cool. I just jerk out with my hand.
No, but what I'm saying is, I don't see nothing wrong with the man, if that's his thing, watching his broad freak another broad.
By all means, but don't you as a man typically want to get involved? She's making it out.
She never said that he never gets involved.
She didn't mention anything about him getting involved. She said that he has his travel lube and he likes to sit back and just pound out while watching.
Maybe he's letting her satisfy her kink. Because maybe she likes women, right?
At least from this clip, it doesn't really sound like that. It sounds like his thing is he likes to sit back and whack off.
But she's the one engaging with the female.
Yeah.
Right? So if that's his thing, maybe he just like to be intimate with his woman because the other shit will cause problems.
You know what this makes me think? He's a cuck in denial.
A what?
A cuck in denial.
I don't know what that word is.
A cuck is a man. This is an insult you'll frequently see lobbed at me. A cuck is a man who likes to watch his woman get by other men.
No.
If he loves sitting back and beating his meat, watching his wife hook up with another woman,
what you trying
imagine
to do,
how much he would love seeing Jason Love enter the scene.
You're not finna do Joe like that.
It's just a guess.
You chose to go down that rabbit hole.
I chose this life.
Joe Budden did not choose to go down that rabbit hole.
But is it just because he doesn't have the courage to do so?
Joe Budden said, she said, while her and another woman's freaking, he masturbates. Those are him, one man, one sword, and two women.
Mm-hmm.
You like to be in there with another sword.
I don't mind.
Okay, so what you do is totally different from what he does. He's doing more so what is accepted across the board by the heterosexual community.
And that's the problem. I think he needs to step outside that box a little bit.
No, if he likes to watch his woman, you know what I'm saying, freak another female, and it comes a time where you let your woman enjoy herself.
It sounds like she's putting on a performance for him to masturbate to.
And if that's what she's doing, cool. That's what she's supposed to do. If she knows her man is into masturbating while he watches her freak with another female, she's supposed to put on a show.
And there's
for
no
him.
part of me that wants to take that away from him. I just, find it interesting because this is a kink that I really wouldn't have necessarily expected from him. But it does make sense because I've always kind of wondered what he gets out of going to the strip club as much as he does. He goes to the strip club a lot, which to me, I don't really have that desire to go to the strip club, but he frequents that bitch hard.
9 out of 10 men that were involved in a threesome with two women, right, played with their manhood sometime in that session.
No shit. You got to get your meat hard.
But I'm saying,
stand there and jerk off. That's what we do on the porn set. You're beating your meat before you enter the set.
But what I'm saying, what's wrong with Joe watching his female? You know what I mean? I mean, look, one day, I might be able to watch my woman with another woman, and
Especially imagine you got in a car accident and you
I
couldn't
may
really
be able to
partake.
watch my woman with another woman while I sit back.
But you have, right? But you usually will get involved as well, right?
Huh?
You get involved as well,
I
right?
let my woman have her time as well.
Okay, yeah. That's just extending the experience.
No, that's having some. That's not being selfish.
All I'm saying, Joe Budden, I know a lot of the top
Don't you look
male
at me
stars.
like that, girl.
I'm not volunteering myself, but
Don't you look at me like that.
I know the the Hollywood
Leave
Cashes
Jason Lee out of this
of
shit,
the
bro.
world. Jason Love, he's on call. Joe, if you need a Dick Smith, and I'm not taking myself out of the equation as well, I think I would be a great participant in this. If you want to see
Joe
what it's
deals
like
with
to
women.
sit back and watch your woman get her doonies beat down by a professional
No.
while
But
you
see,
jerk your pud,
You're adding that.
just let me know.
That's not what Joe does. It's another female. It's him and two females. You're trying to proposition, bro. I gotta speak for bro. He ain't with that.
You don't know that.
I know that. Joe ain't with that. Now, I have been getting this question.
This makes me feel like there's a lot that we might not know about him.
What is going on? They be like, yo, Wack, we understand that Adam allowed the thing to happen with the Jason Love dude. I'm like, they like, bro, his wife keep promoting promo clips. Are these old or new? So I don't be knowing what they talking about. I guess it's a lot of clips going up, something with you and him and her or something. And
Okay,
then,
yeah.
Is that old or is that new?
So, number one, they did do like a
bunch of content?
No, they did a meet and greet at a Hustler store
How long ago was it?
maybe a month ago. And while doing that, they shot a bunch of Instagram reels, whatever. They're playing on this viral content. But it has been discussed that in the future, you may see the 22-ster, Lena the Plug, and Jason Love in a big old sex
listen.
sandwich.
Listen, brother. As a brother, I'm telling you, don't do that.
Why?
I'm black.
That doesn't seem like it matters.
Okay. No, listen. No, listen, bro. I'm finna give you warning. Jason Love, I don't know you, but hey, this is my brother. I got a warning. Look, bro. Dude lining you up.
He's lining me up.
I'm telling you, listen. He's gonna play possum on you. When that motherfucking camera come on, you gonna see the real him. And he gonna have you looking like some other shit. And I'm telling you as a brother, this podcast, don't do that.
Why?
Bro,
What is the worst thing you think could come of it?
you gonna around and get knocked out and your girl gonna get pounded out.
Do you think he's
'Cause you
going to knock me out in a room with multiple other people?
If it's you, him, and her, dude is gonna step it up times 10. This what black people
He's actually
do.
a very chill dude.
No, he not finna be the minute you involved, dude gonna turn into some other shit, and you might take it personal, and if you try to react, he's gonna do some other shit and go viral. I'm telling you as a brother, I can't tell you what to let her do.
So
That's
you
your
think
wife.
I'm worried about him the shit out of her in front of me? That's kind of the whole point.
No, then he gonna have you looking like a peon, bro. Don't do this shit.
There's a guy I can bring up right now that me and Lena have shot with, whose dick, I'm not lying.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
It would make this,
No, listen.
it's longer than this.
I'm not talking about
I don't
none of
give
that.
it's all
I'm
good.
talking about this is the black dude you allowed to have a one-on-one with your wife, right? Now you saying you gonna get involved, y'all gonna do a threesome, y'all two and her. His natural thing is to outperform you and make you look like a bozo.
To be fair, he's a professional who's been in the game a lot longer than me. Him outperforming me is almost
Hey,
a
look,
certainty.
look,
You seem
no-
like you're worried about that. I'm okay with that. I understand
listen,
that's probably how this is going
I'm
to go.
being a brother to you, bro. Psychologically, I know you think you there.
I'm
shit-
there.
This shit gonna have
You're not going to
aware-
spook me. I don't
I'm
give a
not f- spook you, bro. I'm talking fuck all this shit, bro. I respect you, and Lena's cool people. This shit ain't gonna help. It's gonna hurt, bro. It's gonna hurt something.
I don't think so.
All right, y'all seen
Him her without me there was way more of an opportunity for things to go wrong.
bro. He gonna go 10 times harder with you there, and if he got you sitting there like, oh shit, what the right? Because I know you. You one of them dudes gonna say, shit. I can't do that shit. You and
What do you think he's gonna do? I mean, he does have like a 10-inch dick.
I
I
don't
get
know
it.
what
yeah.
he gonna do, but I know as a black man, the minute he in that pilot seat, and that in his mind is you against him, and he's going to try to humiliate you, bro. I'm telling you.
What would he do to humiliate me
I
in
don't
that
know,
scenario?
bro?
Because if he f***ed her really hard, that's okay. That's just part of what we're supposed to be doing here. That's not like a bad scenario.
She already said it took a few days after the fact for her to get back to normal to get with you. That was enough.
I mean, that's to be expected.
Okay.
I'm sure if I slept with R&B, she would take a few days to recover as well.
Definitely. That'll never happen anyway. And I'm going to be real. I don't think you like me. I all days. When I ain't got nothing to do, I'm like, baby, cap clear. Ain't no getting dressed. Ain't no none of that shit. Ain't none of that. You do your little sessions. I locks up. Ain't no leaving the room. Uber Eats, sit your ass down. You better not put a robe on. Nothing. You want to go on there and sit down and use the bathroom? I'm in front of you down your throat. I freaks my woman. Ain't no moving. So I'm a different type of animal.
You're right. And that's why I don't think that the swap with us is a good idea.
I'm just telling you, bro.
You make
as
it like
a brother,
you is a scary experience.
as a brother. Why like I got a 357 to the back of my head, and if I stop, they're gonna pull the trigger.
That's what I'm worried
Everything
about.
is my whole life is psychological to me. I'm just saying, as a brother, dude is gonna try to do some punk shit. I'm telling you, he's gonna try, and I think you're detected, and you might react as a man.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I already got no heart. Let me tell you this. Did you know he used to be a sniper?
Who?
Jason Love.
I don't know nothing about him.
That's kind of scary, though.
You gave him his clout.
Yeah, he told me that like 70% of people who come up to him say something about me and Lena.
Yeah, you gave him the clout.
That's
Whoever he
crazy.
was, whoever
He was already a big deal before that.
Whoever he was, you amplified that shit.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. Okay, final topic. Soulja Boy said that he was gonna get Blueface in prison.
And I responded.
And you were very upset about this.
I responded.
You said nobody's raping Blueface without my permission.
Nope. I said, stop disrespecting nephew. You wouldn't say that to his face. Blueface would beat the shit out of Soulja Boy. But here goes the bad thing. I tagged the homie, right? On Bompton. That's the homie Wack from Fruitown, Paru. That's Lil John, Lil homie. That's Big Duck's son.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's who Soulja Boy run with. I said, listen, homie, the homie's with you, right? I'm with Blueface. We got a Paru side, we got a Crip side. You are out of town nigga that's been embraced by the homies, cool. I'm going to stand with Blueface, and what you trying to do is get the homies into it because you taking it upon yourself to say things that you ain't going to stand up to. Nephew in jail, so I got an obligation to speak for him. And I'm warning him, like, cut it out because you will get caught. It ain't like you ain't got a store over here on Melrose. You know what I'm saying? You will get caught. Certain things you saying, it ain't going to be tolerated. Blueface was schoolyard Crip for real. He really got homies out here that love him, right? So I'm like, yo, bro, Blueface ain't said nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? What
How'd
you
they
doing?
even start going back and forth then?
This was before Blueface went to jail. Something happened. Soulja Boy dropped the pin for Blueface to pull up.
All right.
Blueface pulled up. Soulja Boy wasn't there. I don't even know what this shit is about. But today you can't be insinuating that sexual things, disrespectful things that's untrue is happening and think we not gonna say nothing. Now the scary part about this shit is this. Is Blueface homies didn't say nothing. See, that's the scary part about it. So with me saying something, I'm trying to show nephew and them let me deal with it. But it's gonna get to a point to where Wack, he keep doing it, so when you gonna deal with it or you gonna get out the way and we gonna deal with it. Which brings the homies who got bigger and better things going into some bullshit. Cause it's real homies that be with him.
To be fair, Soulja Boy must be doing something in order to move right because he's had a lot of crazy, disrespectful shit to say about a lot of people.
Ain't nobody just start looking for him.
Hasn't reached
And that's
that
a situation where they'll
fevered
find
pitch.
him.
And he is on Melrose a lot. But to be fair, Soulja Boy hates me and hates Desto Dub via relationship to Draco. Or I don't want to say he hates Desto, but
You don't like Draco?
definitely avoids him. He had a whole back and forth talking hella shit about Draco after he died. So
Why? But what did they have an issue when he was alive?
yeah, because Soulja Boy was calling himself Big Draco. Draco said something about it. So then Soulja Boy was dissing him before he died. Then he dies, and then he kept dissing him. And his take was, because remember, he was dissing Dolph too. Soulja Boy said, "Look at what happens to people that
Now,
diss
I
me,"
ain't gonna
because he
say-
had 2 ops die like right after,
I'm not
right around
gonna
the same
say,
time.
I'm not gonna say that Soulja Boy won't fight, because on Paru, when I put together the him and Chris Brown fight and had the millions up there and my boss from Dubai gonna finance it, he signed the contract. Chris Brown didn't. It's real shit. But I will tell you this, Soulja. We can arrange it now. I got my people over there at Street Beef, who I'm doing business with. Upon Blueface release, we can give it 4 weeks. Y'all can get out. I can speak for Blueface on that. I have the power to sign that contract today. Upon Blueface release, right? Y'all can get out. We'll give you 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Blueface will go right over there to Kaminsky Boxing, which is now over there off I think it's in Sherman Oaks somewhere, for his training with his coach, and y'all can get out. I can sign that dotted line, call my people at Street Beef. We can start getting it together now, leave all the disrespect out. The world will want to see that, right? The world will watch that.
The world would definitely. That would probably be the most intense celebrity boxing match of the last few years.
I got 50,000, Blueface gonna knock you out by second round. You going to bed.
I'm not doing 50, but I got a light 10 on it.
Light 10?
Oh yeah.
We're light 10. Blueface gonna ban him by the second.
Oh yeah. I actually would also like to bet additional money,
Now,
but
the only
Soulja Boy
time
won't even do
Blueface
it.
won't knock him out by the second, if nephew get on some vindictive shit and want to punish him, knock his teeth out, blacken his eye. You know, 'cause nephew can squabble.
What do you say to people that say that Blueface looks like he's on drugs in jail right now?
He look like a inmate.
You don't look like he's doing too well, but it's a poorly lit photo. So
What you mean? I mean, he didn't add some tattoos to his
The
face.
crazy new face tattoos definitely is
Well,
a
here
weird
goes the
development.
thing about
now.
him, right? When I met him, he had tattoos. He had a big ass Ben Franklin right here, right?
Oh yeah.
He got Schoolyard Crip right here, and he had the I eat pussy all the time little drip right here, right? Now since then, he's added Krishan's name, and I think that's a YSL, which is Schoolyard Crip, right? And a few little tats on his face. He's doing what most first-termers do, right? They get gel tattoos.
Okay.
I got a bunch of gel tattoos. You just can't see them because I was smart enough to say one day I might want a job. So if I put on a T-shirt and go to an interview, you can't see them.
I didn't know that. I thought you had no tattoos.
The first visible tattoo I put was my brother's name.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got PPB with the hands crossed here. I got all kind of shit. Death before dishonor. I got all kind of shit on me, right? But nephew been getting face tats, so a face tat to him is normal to him. I thought he was crazy when I met him with the Ben Franklin.
I'd like to get a bunch of crazy face tattoos, but I feel like it hits way different for a white guy.
Yeah,
You can see it too well.
I mean, to him, that's his norm.
Yeah.
You know, but shit, he in the mother jail cell, he doing his time. You know what I mean? He got everything he need. He in there with one of his G homies. I got my Damu homies on the yard. He don't even know. Making sure he all right. I get reports every other day. Right?
Free
so he's doing
Blueface.
his thing. You know what I mean? He ain't turning down nothing. Ain't nobody doing nothing to him. He doing his time. So, you know, he be home this year. 2025 will be the return of Blueface. Soulja Boy, I get with Street Beef. Over
Free
there,
all the Crips.
my man Scarface over there.
Free Crip
and
man.
Daniel. And them Luce Cannon people. And we line it up. I think the people will watch it.
I'm here for it. Let's do it. Hey, can we try to call Ray J again after this? Because I'm really trying to make that one thing happen. I'm trying to see what he says.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, good
I just was with him
conversation.
in Vegas yesterday. I slipped my mind. I'd have got it.
Great, for sure. Yo, shout out to everybody who watched this. Smash the like button. We got all kinds of great stuff coming. Boss Top interview dropping probably tomorrow. If you're watching this on Sunday, I think it's dropping Monday. And that Boss Top interview, ooh, that was a classic.
And to all the fans, Google the Twin Towers County Jail address. Forexers, y'all can find his real name on the internet.
And keep it a Google.
Y'all send him some love, send him some letters. Let him know that we disappointed, but we want him back out here. Give him some encouragement, man, to come on home.
Yeah. Keep it a Google. Prayers up to Spider Loke.
What happened?
He's just burnt the fuck out.
Oh, yeah, he's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. He got a blind dude trying to f his daughter.
Keep it a Google. You must love that podcast breakup right there. Two
I knew
ops breaking up.
I knew it was coming. I
Yeah.
talked to Munchie B for damn near an hour months ago and told him it was coming.
Yeah.
He'd tell you that. I told him it
Yeah, we
was
probably all could have told him
And
that.
follow _ the Honey Show, R_ANNB. I want to get her to 50,000. She almost there. She like 400, 500 shy. And
You want to know something f***ed up?
what's up?
We were looking at the data for our OnlyFans, the Plug Talk OnlyFans. We're looking at all the little spikes that we got in the last month or whatever. We do all kinds of weird viral marketing shit. So there's weird spikes. We're trying to identify what each one. The biggest spike was when we trolled and acted like we hooked up with you guys on Plug Talk.
Definitely.
The people were going nuts for that.
Stay tuned. Ego. The podcast, R&B's podcast.
Wait till you see
coming
me get
soon.
my hands on R&B.
R&B got ass, too.
I'll be hunting down dingleberries. Let's go.